Hey everyone, welcome to the April 2025 update video for STL Tones AmpHub. This month's update is super exciting because it brings two new features that I know most of you will love: Transpose and Harmonizer. This new Transpose feature is located near to the input control. And why it's useful? Well, Transpose is incredibly useful in so many situations. For example, if you suddenly need to change the key of a song, you know how singers always love last-minute changes, right? Or if you want to extend your instrument's range, or making a standard guitar closer, for example, to a baritone, or simply, once again, just extending the range of your instrument, the Transpose, it's really a unique tool to expand your possibilities. Or why not use it to play in a different key while sticking to simpler chords? It's possible with the Transpose. As you probably know, pitch shifting in real time is a very CPU intensive process, but the good news is that STL Tones, of course, has included multiple algorithms in AmpHub, so you can choose the one that best fits your needs in terms of quality and latency. If you click on the settings icon, you'll find all the available options about the algorithms. We have the Note Reaper, that is the best one for tracking and mild detuning with zero latency. Then we have the Pitch Lock MQ, that is more accurate but adds a bit of latency, but I have to say it's quite usable, by the way, even if it adds some latency. And then we have the Pitch Lock HQ HL. That is the most accurate one, but the one with the higher latency. So this one is perfect for mixing or exporting your final track or song to get the best possible quality bounced. The Note Reaper RT, super solid. It plays great with zero latency, really zero noticeable latency, once again zero latency. And let me show two sound examples. The first one has lower gain, a bit complex playing. I mean, it has double stops, overlapping notes, some little bends, dynamic changes, so it can hard trigger the Transpose algorithm to fail, but it won't happen, you'll see in a minute. And another one that is a bit on the heavier side, and probably it's what most of you are waiting for. So let's check it out. Let's listen to the first sample, the subtle one. What do you think? I'm really impressed with it. Another great thing about Transpose is that it's independent of presets. This means that once you set it up, it stays that way even if you switch presets. That it's super convenient. For example, once you have chose your transport setting, and of course you wanted to stick with that while changing your presets inside AmpHub. Now let's move on to the second big addition, the Harmonizer, which you'll find in the post amp effects section. The interface is super clean, simple but fully featured. Here's what we got. First of all, we have two independent harmony voices, as you can see, voice A and voice B, each with volume and pen control to position these voices wherever you want in a stereo field. We have a tone control to fine-tune the harmonized voices to blend better with your sound. Personally, I like to keep them a little darker, but of course it's just my taste. Then we have the pitch control for each harmony, and then we have a global mix in the bottom right of the pedal. If you want to use the Harmonizer in a scale mode, leave the pitch at 0 and simply select the key. Of course, we have all the major and all the minor keys, and then simply select the interval of each voice. So for example, in this case we have a third up and an octave up. We have complete freedom about this, but if you want to use the Harmonizer pedal as a micro pitch shifter, and I think this will interest most of you guys, set it to unison, okay, and tweak the pitch by a few cents. And you can pan, of course, the different voices. That's exactly what I did in the first example that I'm just about to show you, adding two detuned lines at about 8-9 cents, like +8 on one side and -9 on the other side, panned left and right of course, to create that classic 80s style wide rhythm tone that I really hope you love it. Let's have a listen. What do you think? I think it sounds really great, and I was really hoping this feature coming in AmpHub, so I'm really excited. Now let's check it out in a full harmonizer mode of one of my old tracks from my solo album. I improvised a little lead line in B minor that was the key of the song, and honestly the results are really cool. I know that the harmonizer pedal is something that it's not so common to use every day, but having it in your arsenal is something really special. Like I mentioned before, I tend to roll off a bit the tone of the voices to blend them more smoothly with the original sound. Let's have a listen. Really happy, and I just want to add a little clip of the fourth sample, the last sample you just heard, just to show you a bit more of the tweaking settings and options that we have to give you a broader idea of the sound of the harmonizer pedal. we have another bonus feature, one more useful addition in this update. If we go inside the cabinet block and inside the EQ section of the cab block, you can now quickly audition the effect of each EQ band with just one click. So no matter how I've set the EQ, I can now quickly toggle each band on and off without manually resetting the gain to 0. So as you can see, I can do whatever I want and carefully listening how each band of the EQ is affecting the tone. This is a super useful feature to speed up the workflow, and as you know, workflow efficiency has always been a top priority in AmpHub. That's all for this video. Thanks so much for hanging out with me in this one. The update, of course, it's available now on the STL Tones website, and I'm sure will make many of you really happy. I hope most of you. I'm Giacomo, and I'll see you in the next video.